Welcome back to another episode of Mad English TV. I'm so happy you've joined me on another trip. Where am I going? I'm going to Ikea. Ikea. Do you know what Ikea is? Have you ever been there? Ikea is the name of a store. It's the name of a furniture store. It's a big store. It's one of the biggest stores you can go to get furniture and other stuff for your house. Okay, so if you're moving to a new house, probably the best place to go if you want cheap and stylish, furniture and anything, cushions, plants, artwork, okay, all of that stuff you can find at Ikea. So if you're new in Canada, I would recommend going to Ikea and just checking it out. The prices are pretty good. A lot of the time, things are cheaper at Ikea than Walmart, and they look better, nice and stylish. All right, Ikea is a Swedish store. So it's got like sort of the European style. So I really like going to Ikea. I've only been there a few times in my life because it's really far away from my house. There's only one store in Calgary, and it's way down in the south part of Calgary. And I live in the north. So it's a long drive, but I'm gonna drive there today and I'm gonna show you what it's like, and I think I'm going to buy a few things as well. Okay, now one thing that makes Ikea unique is that it's laid out very differently from other stores. The layout means like the inside of the store. How is the store laid out? Most stores, like Walmart, they use the aisle system, right? So there's one aisle, another aisle, another aisle, another aisle. If you want, cleaning supplies, you go to one aisle. If you want tea or coffee, you go to the other aisle. Baking goods, fresh fruit. It's all like this in like aisles. Well, Ikea is laid out like a showroom. A showroom is like a real real place. Okay, so they have furniture set up there, and you can sort of see what it looks like, almost like a little house. These little sets. I'll show you when we go there. I'm going to take you through there. But Ikea can sort of seem like a maze. Do you know what a maze is? A maze is like when you when you get lost. It's like a game. You have to find the way to the end. All right. Here in Canada, in the summertime, a lot of places have. Whoa, that guy's a bad driver. He almost hit me. Okay, so in Canada, in the summertime, we have what's called corn mazes. A corn maze. Have you ever heard of a corn maze? A corn field. So a farmer will grow corn, right? Corn grows really tall. Like, I don't know, maybe 10 feet tall, 8 to 10 feet tall. So you can't see, right? If you're in the middle of a cornfield, you can't see where to go, right? So these farmers, they make a maze in the cornfield. So you can go there and you go into the maze, and then such bad drivers in Calgary today. Are there bad drivers in your country? Sometimes in Canada, there are bad drivers. So you go to a corn maze and you go in, and then you have to find your way to the end of the maze, and there are like wrong directions and like dead ends, right? When you go, if you go this way and this way and this way, suddenly you might come to a dead end. That means you can't go any further. So then you have to go back, and then you have to find a different way through the maze. That's called a corn maze, okay? So IKEA can sort of seem like a maze because you go in and you go around. There's only really one way to go through the store. There are different displays and different things like that. But you go through the store, and then at the end, there's a big warehouse. Okay? So when you go through the store, through the maze, right, you're not actually buying anything. You know, like in Walmart, if you go shopping in Walmart, you push your cart, and if you want this thing, you take it off the shelf and you put it in your basket, right? Let's say you're buying a chair, right? You would go, you would see it on the shelf, you grab it, you put it in your basket. Whereas in IKEA, it's different. You walk through all the displays, the showroom, right? And you think, that's a nice chair. And then you write down which chair it is. And then you make a list of everything you want to buy. And then at the end, you'll be in the warehouse. And then you just look for the numbers. And then you go and you take your thing off the shelf. So it's a big warehouse with lots of things. And the other thing about IKEA is that IKEA doesn't sell assembled furniture. You have to assemble it yourself. Assemble means build. Okay, so you have to build it. So if you buy a desk, right, the desk will be in like a flat box. There'll be the top of the desk and then the legs. And then when you get home, you have to take it out of the box and you have to build the desk or the chair or whatever you're buying. Most of the stuff at IKEA is like that. You have to build it yourself. So it's nice because everything comes in boxes. So like my car, for example, my car is pretty small. So if I want to buy a table, which I think I'm going to buy a small table today, but if it was pre-assembled, then I wouldn't be able to fit it into my car. So it's nice that it comes not assembled, and then I can fit it into my car, and then I can just build it at home. Okay, so that's really what makes IKEA unique. You have to build it yourself, and the store layout is really interesting. So when we get there, I'm going to take you through the store, and so you can sort of see how it is yourself. Now, a lot of people also go to IKEA for the food. They have very cheap food at IKEA. They have like a little food court kind of thing. You can buy some different kinds of food. Like they have really cheap hot dogs, or I don't even know. I've never eaten at IKEA. So I don't know. But I'll take you through the food court area and I'll show you what it's like. I think it should be open. I'm going there. I think it's about 7 o'clock in the evening right now. I hope the food area is open so I can show you. But it's really cheap food. And they also sell other things, like you can buy chocolates there, or different kinds of stuff. Some Swedish special, like Swedish foods. I don't know. Anyway, it's a nice store. I really like the store. Like I said, I don't go there because it's really far away from my house. I think most Canadian cities, big cities, have an IKEA. I think. Like, I'm pretty sure Vancouver obviously would have one, Toronto, or maybe more than one, I'm not sure. But Calgary only has one. I think Winnipeg has one. So overall in Canada, there are probably I don't know, maybe 10 stores, maybe less than 10, maybe more than, I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I think there are probably, it's not very many. It's not like Walmart. Like in Calgary, there are so many Walmarts. There are probably like 10 Walmarts just in Calgary. All right, so IKEA is a very sort of a special store for that. Anyway, I'll take you inside when I get there. I'm still pretty far away, and I don't want this lesson to be too long, so I'm going to stop talking right now, and when we get there, I'm going to take you inside for a tour. I'm going to get my stuff from the warehouse, whatever I want to buy, and then we'll be good to go. All right, I'll take you in.